finally, we're out from the absolutely destroyed and potholed roads of Myanmar, the sort of rally stages, the WRC stages, and we've come onto this shockingly brilliant section of expressway. Perfectly paved, 3 lanes wide, barrier on one side, median in the middle, beautifully labeled in English as well, and just for kilometer after kilometer after kilometer, not one bump inside. It's just an unbelievable transformation from the Myanmar highways to the Chinese highways. Simply unreal. And the Kwid is just lapping it up. She's building up speed, she's keeping up with other cars beautifully. The 1 litre really does make a difference, and we can tell on this long drive. With 400 kilometers to go today, we've left the border town of Ruili pretty early, but what we found is that this new expressway, the one that skims the tops of the IUO mountains, is so picturesque and so quick that we just don't need the extra time. 400 kilometers we expect to do in around 4.5 or 5 hours, and the roads are absolutely picture perfect. You skim along the top of these mountains and there's viaducts every few minutes, there's tunnels, and the scenery is just stunning. We're just having a brilliant time just watching the road go by. Of course, a bit more speed would be great. The limit here is 120, so we've got to stay well within that because you never know how strict they are. Every few minutes when you're driving along this road, the only thing I keep thinking of is that series we do back home called Great Cars and Great Roads, because this road would go right in. I think tonight when I put my head on the pillow, I'm going to be dreaming of this road, driving it at slightly quicker speeds. You can break the speed limit in your dreams, can't you?
Well, we've got a very long drive ahead of us today, over 600 kilometers from the town of Dali to the city of Shichang, which I hope I pronounced properly. But we couldn't leave without visiting this. It is the magnificent ancient city centered around those 3 pagodas you see back there. It was built over 1300 years ago in the Tang dynasty, and it stands maintained even today. It's a fine example of the juxtaposition of ancient culture and modern infrastructure that you see in China today, and hopefully you see a whole lot of it on our long journey through the country. So without further ado, let's get back on the road. So, we're about to pull into our night stop for today, which is Chengdu in the Sichuan province of China. But before we do that, we had to stop here at this local tire shop for a very important task. We had to swap out our Cheat summer tires, which have brought us over 5,000 kilometers from New Delhi all the way to Chengdu, to a set of Cheat winter tires, which will take us on the rest of our journey. Now, the reason for that is, as of tomorrow, we will be encountering some seriously frigid weather, and we have to be prepared for that. You see, tires are actually one of the most important parts on a car. They are the only point of contact between you and the road, but they are often very, very sadly overlooked. And just to show you the difference between a good tire and a great tire, this is what we pulled out from one of our summer tires after we changed it. It's a big chunk of metal, and it could have very well caused a blowout and an accident, but on our tires, it kept us safe, and we only managed to find out about it just now. Now that's something, right?